Hi, it's Pete McMurray. Stay tuned for my friend right here, Rabbi Doug, coming up next.
We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug on your TV tonight. But Daddy, I want to watch Monday Night Football. Forget about Monday Night Football. There's no other thing we're gonna watch on Monday but Rabbi Doug. Yeah, Rabbi Doug on TV tonight. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. Oh, everybody talk about Doug.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. Join me as I join Pete McMurray on his show at WGN Radio.
So a Lebanese guy and a rabbi and a traffic reporter walk into WGN Radio. I'd like to welcome to the show Rabbi Doug, my rabbi. How are you, sir?
Pete, it's great to see ya.
Every Catholic should have a rabbi, shouldn't they?
Well, you do for sure. And I got to tell you, let's talk about the 80s.
Yes.
Pete, you called me tonight from the same telephone number when you lived in Rockford when you had a band phone in the 80s.
I love that.
And I still have the same cell number too, so good for you.
Bag phone, flip phone, yeah.
And I still have my 1,000 albums sitting in those milk crates, which have all warped, but the albums haven't.
What do you do with those?
I don't know.
You don't want to throw them out, but what do you do with them?
You don't want to sell them at a garage sale, and you don't want to. I don't know, but you know what I did? I bought one of those old-fashioned look like old-fashioned radios, but they're not.
Right.
And then you open up the top, and it has a turntable on it, so you play those albums on them.
Come on, who's playing albums?
I actually played.
Where's the speakers? You got speakers?
They have speakers built in.
Oh, okay.
Unbelievable.
Remember back in the old days, you'd have to get huge speakers.
I had those huge speakers until my 1980s 8-track player radio blew up about 1 month ago, and I bought this thing in this place.
Okay, everybody picture your car seat in your car. You know how big that is? How tall it is? I had these humongous speakers that weighed like 70 pounds apiece, and I used to drag them downstairs when we'd have a party, and it's like, what am I doing?
You know, I remember the people with the woofers and the tweeters in the car,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
gigantic speakers in the back of the car.
I had a buddy, Peoria Joe. Yeah, he had an old Monte Carlo, and it used to hum too when he turned it up too loud.
You know, I'm also a hospice chaplain, so I'm working for Homebound Hospice, and they give me a car. They give me a nice
Really?
SUV.
Yeah, nice little ride, huh?
Because I do a lot of driving to see these patients, you know,
Mhm.
and great speakers in it. I'm like, hey, these people at Homebound know their stuff. This is great.
That is so funny. And now they have cordless speakers. Remember, you used to keep the stereo upstairs, you'd have the party downstairs, and you'd run the stereo wild.
Along the wall with tape, and then around the door.
God. Think about that. How far we've come. It's so great. Wow. Rabbi, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Last week I tried to get a hold of my agent and I couldn't. And I figured out that it was a Jewish holiday.
It was Rosh Hashanah. It was the Jewish New Year.
Okay. So what happens with that? What is Rosh Hashanah?
So, you know, it's the beginning of the year 5774 on the Jewish calendar. So Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday, running into the Sabbath. So it was kind of a 3-day holiday. So everyone that does that, as it's going to do with all these holidays, except for Yom Kippur, which is Friday night and Saturday this week, it is on the Sabbath. But
you can't talk on the phone. You
don't use electricity.
Because Jill, I was going to have him on the show.
You wanted me to be on the show.
He's like, you got to have me on before sundown. I go, I can't. Gary's on.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
So Gary missed out. He didn't call me either that day. But no. So here I am tonight because tomorrow night is Yom Kippur already. I couldn't be on again.
And what does that mean?
So that's the Day of Atonement.
Okay.
The 10th day of the New Year is the Day of Atonement.
What do we have to do tomorrow?
Please forgive me for whatever I've done bad to you. Here's what I took from you and didn't return. And God, please forgive me for the things I've done bad for you.
So we can all start over again.
I'll start over.
Even the non-Jews out there listening.
Even the
right now.
non-Jews, everyone. That's right, exactly. We confess to God, though. That's the difference.
Wouldn't that be great? Just, you start over, everything's good tomorrow.
That's right.
Right.
And believe it or not, Wednesday night next week starts another holiday, the Tabernacle Sukkot holiday, where we build those huts and we shake the date palm and the willow and the myrtle and the
I don't know what that means.
A myrtle it's like a plant with little triple leaves on it. It smells really good.
Okay.
And then the etrog, which is the citron, lumpy, bumpy, lemon-looking thing.
This sounds like a luau party.
It's wild.
Doesn't it?
It's wild.
I feel like I'm,
party. It's called the happiest holiday of all the Jewish holidays. It's called in the Bible. It is. It's called Hechad, the holiday, the happiest time.
Do you kick back and drink? On any of them?
We do.
Okay, a little wine,
You know,
action?
kiddish at every meal. You know,
Okay.
the wine comes out every time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is it, being a religious figure, I mean, if you're a priest, you're a rabbi, when you're walking down Michigan Avenue, do people, do they stop you and say things?
It's stopped, because people recognize me because I'm on TV every week. So with my weekly TV show now, I'm in my 20th year. If you're in Chicago, Channel 19, 8:30 p.m. every week. Can TV.
20 years?
20 years. Yeah, and I've known you that long too. It's wild, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
So I do walk down the street and people recognize me. So you always got to be careful how you look and what you're saying and who you're with and what you're doing.
That's so fun. I have a sister that's a sister. Okay, and she wears the habit and the whole deal. And when she's walking around, she's like, you got to be careful. You can't be in a bad mood either.
You can't show off any bad habits.
No. Where's the rim shot? But seriously, I mean, somebody will know you, or somebody will see you, and you're like, I don't want to see a rabbi in a bad mood.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's not good.
No.
How are you up every single day? You're always happy.
You know what? It has to do with. You look at the big picture. The big picture is I woke up today.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of the big picture. The second big picture is, hey, my family's healthy, I'm healthy.
Right.
So everything else is just incidental.
Well, how do you get past, there's people in everybody's life that bring you down. How do you get past that?
Don't let me down.
I had a little bit of that earlier today.
A little music, and a
Yeah.
little, the rock and roll rabbi thing. You get into the music, and it's, I attended Beatle Fest this year. It's on my TV show every year, Beatle Fest.
Okay.
Because the music brings you up again.
So when you're doing the hospice thing, what are you rocking out to when you're on the Kennedy?
That's a really good question. Probably rocking out to WGN radio. Usually, you listen to it.
That's a great answer. I like that.
But every once
How
in a
about
while,
music? If you got to throw some on.
Yeah. Well,
if you got a CD in your car,
yeah,
you're playing
I
something off your phone.
have a bunch of them. Yeah, I'm into the Doors, into the Beatles. I'm into the 70s music actually. When you were saying 80s is more the younger people's music. I'm into the 70s music still.
The younger people's
music. I was on your website today. And I was looking at the videos you posted, and there you got Kevin Cronin on. Kevin Cronin, like when he was on my show, my TV show, I had all of REO Speedwagon on my TV show. Kevin Cronin.
Wait a second, you got all of REO?
All of REO on my show. You can only get Kevin.
Right.
So Kevin did a couple of solo songs for me also, but Kevin did the greatest promos for me.
Hi everybody, this is Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon, and we are riding the storm out on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Woo! Or shall I say, oi?
The nicest guy, and I can tell he was so nice with you too. Isn't he a great guy?
You know what?
I was so impressed.
He's a down-to-earth Chicago guy, and he gets giddy when he comes back to this city. And it was so, if people didn't hear it, it's on WGNradio.com. I had a guitar in studio, and I said, hey, can you just strum it? He picks it up and just starts playing. He doesn't tune it, he just goes into it.
He's great. I love the guy. So when I saw that, another guy like that is Dennis DeYoung. So Dennis DeYoung, he'll do anything for you. He's and part of it is the Chicago guy. It's that Chicago attitude. We're hometown friends.
Right.
Let's not have any nothing to worry about. Let's get along and let's have a good time.
I mean, think about it. When you travel anywhere, if you run into someone from Chicago, it's like you're suddenly friends.
Hey, it's absolutely true.
How you doing?
Capone, Big Bay, yeah, hey buddy.
I never get Capone.
No, that's only when you go overseas. It's
funny. We were talking about that the other night, and somebody said that. Oh, I get Capone. I always get the Cubs in the murder rate. People are getting murdered left and right in your town. I'm like, I don't know. I think it's national news. I know crime rate's pretty bad, but it's not that bad.
No, it's it's localized in certain areas, I guess.
So what happens this weekend during the holiday?
So
what do you do?
So I'm Rabbi of a synagogue too, one of my 15 jobs, and we'll have the people come in Friday night to services.
Okay.
And I'll give this big sermon, big speech. And,
is this your Super Bowl right here?
This is it.
You got to get the big one. You got to say, listen.
And this is the one where we need to collect the dues and the donations. We don't collect it on the holiday, but around this time of year, so that we can pay the bills for the next year as well. So it's a big time.
This is a big
little
day.
bit of an appeal, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
With the Catholics, they put the basket out. With the Jewish people, is it direct deposit? How's that work?
It's exactly how it works. Exactly. The envelopes go in the mail and they come back to, and the direct deposit in. And on weekdays in services, people come in. There's the little canister, and people drop their dollars or their quarters in and stuff.
Right.
But that doesn't carry you very far.
No, you're not doing much with that. I know, man. Rabbi Doug in studio. Lee, you had a question for the rabbi?
Hey, Lee.
Yes, I did. Thanks for taking my done something that's not so good, and it's between you and God, do you ever have to talk to the person that you've done the grievous act to acknowledge the fact that you've done it, and say, you know, I need to be square with you, or do you just deal differently with God?
No, I said that first. That was the first thing I said to Pete. The first thing you have to do. There are two different types of sins. There's those that you commit between you and God, and there are those you commit between you and someone else. You know, when you're dishonest, when you're unkind, you have to go to those people and say, please forgive me. We say it in Yiddish or Hebrew, we say, moichel me. Please forgive me for what I've done, so we can start out the year and I can be forgiven for you, and then I'm going to ask God to forgive me for the things I didn't do I should have done for Him.
So you're going back to all these people?
You go back to people when you come across people you're in business with, or you see socially, or whatever the case might be.
I couldn't do that. I'm too chicken.
Yeah.
I just
you say, please forgive me.
Especially with guys. Guys forgive, and they forget everything.
They do.
Women carry it forever.
And you don't have to tell me. I listen to it every night when I get home.
Sheila, why is that?
Well, I think as a woman, we want to hash it out and be done with it, so we don't have to carry it.
You always need closure. Women need closure.
Because you don't close it. It's like you put it under the table and you forget about it. But if you forget about it and you don't resolve it, it's always there.
That's why the guys are always happy, because they put it under the table and it's like over with and done with. It's
We
the
don't
next
care.
day. Who cares?
So we want
Here-
so we feel better and emotional and we get closer.
Here's a perfect example. Let me ask you about this, because I went out with a bunch of guys, and the guy that lives in my neighborhood, we were supposed to take a cab home, and he pulled a Houdini and left. And I'm like, you know, I was upset at the time. The next day, it's like, it's not a big deal. You know, he wanted to go home. But if that was two girls,
They wouldn't speak to each other
Women
for
would
6
freak out.
months.
But you know that's not true. We could be catty, yes.
I had this conversation with my wife, and she's like, wow, aren't you upset? I'm like, no, I could care less.
You did at the moment, but it's over with.
Yeah, it's like, where'd he go? It's like, no problem. Hop in a cab.
Yep.
But women,
Better at that. I admit it.
All right, you admit it correctly.
we keep.
But somebody has to carry the emotional burden, and you don't, so. We take it, don't we?
We're emotionally vacant. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well,
It's the same thing on the road. You know, here you're doing traffic. You know, it's the same thing on the road. You go and you pass someone, you get upset. The person was a bad driver, or the person was like holding you up or whatever. Once they pull away, you're fine.
right, it is. And you got to be careful. And I've noticed that I need to dial down my road rage, especially now that I'm a parent. And my kid is 8 years old, and he knows when I'm upset.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I need somebody to, just give me some cliff notes being a parent. I feel like I'm making stuff up every day.
Hey, I'm a parent 4 times.
I don't get it. We need an owner's manual. What's going on here?
It's something you just learn from experience. It's something you just learn from experience.
And by the way, you look good.
Thank you. So
Rabbi
you
Doug,
look
what's going
really
on?
good. You look really good. You know, the last time you were on my TV show, I had emailed you about this. Do you remember? Remember we were doing the celebrity softball game at UIC, and you were calling the game.
Oh, yeah.
You were calling the game.
Yep.
And Dave McBride was on the loudspeaker up there,
Yep.
and Steve Dahl and Bob Surratt were playing, along with another number of radio celebrities. So that was the last time you actually were on my TV show. This was like a long time.
Jill, when I was on CKG, I followed Steve Dahl, his show, and my show started at 7. They used to do celebrity softball games, and Surratt was, one of the guys.
One game this whole season.
The flesh wound! It's a flesh wound! He's okay!
Steve's son Patrick Down, coaching third base.
Hey, Jimmy Group.
Mr. Skin, the umpire, is going out to talk to the field base.
Way to go, Steve.
Way to go. Patrick Down now running for Steve Down. Second base. Fly ball.
Thank you.
Patrick.
We'd sit up in the booth, and we'd announce the game. We'd do it live on the air, play-by-play. and we would drink for 4 hours.
I'm telling you, you would not believe. Pete actually did a promo for my TV show that day on camera.
I don't remember any of this, by the way.
And the beer can was in his hand when he did it.
It was Pete McMurray, the Pete McMurray Show on WCKG. Pete, do you think you want to do this broadcasting again, or are you just too disappointed that this team never wins these Daldos?
It's tough, Rabbi, let me tell you. You know, but thank God for the King of Beers. You know, without this, I couldn't get through a broadcast every night.
All right, buddy. Thanks for being on. And next season, okay?
But they encouraged that.
They did encourage it.
They encouraged it. Yes, of course. Well, I think they did. I think so. I mean, that's when radio
It was a lot of fun.
That's when radio was
free.
fun.
Now we got to go to WGN.FM to have fun. But
No, I'm telling you, they're bringing it back here. That's the way
that's
this
the way it
place
was.
is.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
everybody
great.
was happy at CKG. Now everybody, I walk in the halls here at GN, it's crazy. I mean, everybody's, even Gary's happy.
Yeah, no,
Hugging me, kissed me on the cheek the other day. It was nice.
No, he's, you
And
know,
we held each other.
I had a lot of fun with him. I was at the United Center running the kosher booth this year for hockey and basketball. We had a lot of fun. Gary was there all the time broadcasting.
Hi, I'm Gary Meyer, and you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug, and I've got the credentials to prove it.
I love it. Okay, can we play Know Your Deli Meats?
I'm ready to play with
and
deli
food.
meats and deli foods.
312-981-7200. I'll describe something, and you tell me what it is. Know Your Deli and Deli Meats. 312-981-7200. Rabbi Doug in studio. How you doing, everybody? I'm Pete McMurray, and you're watching Taped with Hi, guys. It's Pete McMurray, and you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug. The voice of Chicago, Pete McMurray, in the Allstate Showcase Studios, along with Rabbi Doug. You like being in the fishbowl right here on Michigan Avenue?
It's great, you know, the people walking by and waving to me, and I see someone go, Rabbi, through the window.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. This is a beautiful studio,
It is.
isn't it?
It's a great studio. It's a great studio.
Know Your Deli Meats. Know Your Deli and Know Your Deli Meats. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to
You
go.
want to try it? Let's go to Marty.
Hey, Marty.
Marty! Marty's one of our favorite callers. Look at her. She's got a lot of energy and she's ready to go. Marty's...
I've never heard you until tonight. You're terrific.
Marty, where do you live?
I live in Andersonville.
So, Monday nights, 8:30, Channel 19 every week.
Really?
Yeah. Or TVRabbi.com on the internet, you know?
Okay, I'll tune in. What night?
Monday nights, 8:30.
Who do you got coming up this coming Monday?
Ohad Moskowitz, who is from Israel. He's a singer from Israel.
Okay.
Singing for the holidays.
Love singing.
He's a rocker.
Really?
But Jewish music. Jewish music rocker.
Does he have an electric guitar and the whole deal?
He's got a whole band, electric guitar, the whole bit.
Marty?
Wow, I'll have to tune in.
Marty, do you know your...
What time?
Monday nights, 8:30.
Marty, do you know your deli and your deli meats?
Oh, I say, yeah.
All right, Marty, this meat was originally created as a way to preserve meat before modern refrigeration. The raw meat is brined, partly dried, seasoned with various herbs and spices, then smoked and steamed. What is it?
Yes. Oh, let me think. What is it? Oh, here I go. I don't have much time.
You got 5 seconds, Marty.
I know. Is it salami?
It is not salami. No. Rabbi Doug, what is it?
Pastrami.
Yes, it is pastrami.
And I am not looking at the answers.
You are not. What is brined?
Brine means pickled.
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 Really? They pickled?
They pickle it, yeah.
salami?
Oh, you know what
Marty?
it is? It's, well, I don't, you might come up with the other
Okay.
one as another question, so I'll tell you later.
All right. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. 312-981-7200. Know Your Deli. Know Your Deli Meats. This is Jeanette. Jeanette, you're on with Rabbi Doug.
Hi, Jeanette.
Hi, Pete. How are you?
Good. Are you ready to go?
I am ready.
This soup dumpling made from a mixture of unleavened bread, eggs, water, and fat such as oil, margarine, or chicken fat. What is it?
Is it matzo ball?
You are a big winner.
Matzo ball was correct. Yes. Thank you, Jeanette. Fantastic. 312-981-7200. What is it with matzo ball? Why is matzo ball soup so good?
Matzo ball soup is so good because it's made by a Jewish mother. It's just the way it is.
It is so good.
It is good.
What is in it besides the matzo ball and
It's
the broth?
chicken soup
Okay.
and the matzo ball. That's all it needs.
Dill, right?
Some people put dill in, some people put dill, but
Really?
that's all it really needs, yeah.
How easy is that to make?
You know, it's a little complicated. You got to do the eggs, and you know, the matzo ball. Sometimes the matzo ball comes out hard. Sometimes it comes out soft and fluffy.
Right.
You know, the Jewish mother makes it the way she wants it to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make a matzo ball soup?
Not like my wife.
Really? Jill, how about you?
No, but don't forget I'm marrying a Jewish man, and I had matzo balls from his mom. It was fantastic. And I'm Catholic, by the way.
Well, if you convert, I'll be happy to officiate.
All right.
Anytime.
Know Your Deli, Know Your Deli meets. Ken, welcome. Is this Ken? Oh, I just lost him. Okay. Let's go to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you're on with Rabbi Doug. How are you?
Hi, Jacqueline.
All right, Jacqueline, this is a loaf of yeast-risen egg bread that is traditionally eaten by Jews on, is it Shabbat?
Shabbat, the Sabbath, yeah.
Shabbat.
And every Jewish holiday.
And during festival holidays. What is it? What is it, Jacqueline?
I am a little confused because I didn't think that there was leavening in, you said it's a loaf of bread?
This is a loaf of yeast-risen egg bread that is traditionally eaten by Jews on Shabbat and during festival holidays.
We want to know the name of that bread.
What is the bread?
Yes!
Yes! Wow! Very good, Jacqueline. Thank you very much. How do you pronounce it? It's spelled C-H-A-L-L-A-H.
Challah.
Why is that? Why is it,
Well, you know, because the Hebrew alphabet has a letter called a chet. It sounds like ch. All right.
Jill, you got a lot of those? You got a lot of those? A lot of
I don't know how to do it.
uh-oh, hold on. I'm screwing up these phones. I apologize. Hold it. Okay. All right, there's Harry.
Harry, welcome to the show.
How you doing, buddy? All right, Harry, Know Your Deli and Deli Meats. This is Rabbi Doug.
Yeah, how did the challah get into the deli meats? I guess they sell challah in
Well,
the
Know
deli.
Your Deli
I guess
and
they
Deli
sell
Meats.
challah in the deli from the kosher bakery.
This is a Jewish snack food made popular in North America by Eastern European immigrants, eaten widely by both Jewish and non-Jewish people. This snack consists of a filling covered with dough that is either baked, grilled, or deep fried. What is it, Harry?
Baked, grilled, or deep fried. I'm going to go with the Jewish. Oh, jeez.
Let me fill in. I haven't seen it.
I'm going to go with panini bread.
No.
Panini bread.
A little off.
Okay.
Hold on. I just want to say that I haven't seen the questions and answers, so I'm guessing to myself. But I presume that it's usually filled with potatoes or meat.
Okay.
But let's go for the next person and see if they.
Well,
get
what
this.
is it? You tell me. We only have 20 seconds left. John,
Okay.
John, do you know the answer?
Knish.
Yes!
You got it.
Yes! Fantastic.
All right.
Woo! Thank you, John. Rabbi Doug, very good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Thank you for coming in.
Shalom
People-
and Shana Tova. Happy New Year.
I appreciate that. And people can check out your TV show when? Monday nights?
Monday nights, 8:30, Channel 19. Wednesday nights in the suburbs.
I love it. It's 720 WGN. You gotta love the Rabbi, man!
I'm a rabbi. He brings us these big old fat kosher hot dogs down there when we're broadcasting United Center.
Nice.
Good.
I like it.
So good.
Good to see you.
What do you want me to say?
We'll be there Monday.
Hey, Pete McMurray, you gotta listen to my good friend, the Rabbi?
Yeah, well.
Holy cow, you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
Now to that.
show. John Garrett of the band.
Two down, third base.
Second and third, nobody out. And
Man, this is I'm having a good time. Looks like I can use another cool one.
that's right. Ken says it's a push up for a third.
Thank you. Hold on, I gotta go to the cooler cap. Quick one. Second and referee. Fly ball.
There's only one out.
We had mixed things here. We had Michelle Dirks for a month, and he come out and say that third was 29, and then Steve Go was next, but the actual ruling is that this score is 30. So I took the point out because I wanted the rally to continue, and I didn't want Steve to...
So the scoreboard says 29-22 with one out.
I don't know what to do. I'm feeling intimidated from the home team.
Well, you just came quickly.
I know.
Oh, I got people. Fly ball by Jimmy
Dave McMurray. Hey, Dave. You have to announce this guy?
What's that?
You have to announce this guy?
I do.
Okay.
Stepping up to the plate for the Donos, Pete Zimmerman.
Dave McBride, what do you attest this big rally at the end of the last inning of the last game here that's being broadcast?
Exciting. Our boys got a lot of heart. That's all I can say. We'll see.
Holy cow! Let's hear it, Harry. Holy cow! Let's hear it. Bob,
Never mind that, Rabbi. Where were you when I was coming to home plate?
I was praying for you.
Where were you?
I can't believe that out.
By a step and we lose.
I'm talking about Rabbi Doug. Talking about Rabbi Doug. Talking about Rabbi Doug on your TV show. Well, he's the rabbi for me. Anytime you need. You're gonna get married or you're gonna die. Gonna see Rabbi Doug. Gonna see Rabbi Doug. Gonna see Rabbi Doug. Gonna see Rabbi Doug on the TV tonight.
Thanks again to Rabbi Doug.
This has been a tape with Rabbi Doug Production.